Start with something a little bit different. It is tied to us right here in the Shreveport-Bossier area, and it is something that is incredibly hilarious in my personal opinion. It's the Crayfish for one, and it was the Crayfish's most Shreveport thing ever March Madness Bracket Challenge. We have finally declared a winner. Have you had a chance to check out the Crayfish before?
I have. I absolutely love the Crayfish. Yeah, we did an interview with the guys from the Crayfish.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
A few weeks back, we interviewed the guy from the Crayfish and one of the guys from the Crayfish. They said the group is like around 30 guys actually in the Crayfish, and then paired him up with Timmy Lane. It was a Valentine's Day, just because everyone loves the Crayfish, everyone loves Timmy Lane, so why not pair them two? But yeah, this bracket was absolutely incredible. Just 64, just very Shreveport things. Fighting their way through the bracket, and man, so a winner.
We finally have a winner, and for those of you that don't know, this was the matchup. This was the number one matchup. The top-seeded Southern Maid Donuts they were not this year's Virginia. They were much better than Virginia. They held down serve for the number one seed, going up against the number 10 seed, drive-through daiquiri to go tape. That was kind of one of the underdogs. This was the Cinderella story of the Crayfish Bracket Challenge. Unfortunately, for drive-through daiquiris all across the world and, of course, tape all across Shreveport, Louisiana, they have fallen to the number one seed, Southern Maid Donuts. We do have ourselves a champion, Joel, a champion at last. Southern Maid Donuts takes home the prize. How hilarious is this? And honestly, let's be real about this. Southern Maid Donuts may be the most Shreveport thing you can think of.
Yeah, that's true. Man, like hot out the box, they are so good. But man, got to go back to the tape from the drive-through daiquiri. They played an incredible tournament, able to make it all the way through. No one saw it coming. So the people there at the drive-through daiquiri with the tape, they don't hang your heads this morning. You had an incredible tournament. They had a tough way to make it all the way, but God, you're paired up against Southern Maid. I mean, they're a dynasty. Southern Maid Donuts just able to glaze right past the tape on the daiquiri shop. And what an amazing tournament this was. I mean, if you haven't checked it out, go check out the Crayfish. Check them out over on Facebook. Also, Crayfish News. Man, they're selling funny T-shirts. And Moody, they even have a trophy right behind your head there. That's a really cool trophy of the...
That is a really cool trophy. We happen to be sitting at the very top of the Regents Tower right now.
Yes, I can look at me.
You see us up there. Hey,
waving.
Everybody.
Look at us waving at the top of the Regents Tower. But congratulations, Southern Maid. Southern Maid, that's who people voted on all the way through.
Look who has joined the show, the Crayfish. Wire to wire, number one, Southern Maid goes for the championship. And some people out there may have thought Southern Maid had a few holes in their game. But there is no doubt they were able to keep things rolling. And they're now the champion, and they kind of mixed their game up. As you said, they glazed through their opponents, and in the end, they're going to be the ones putting the frosting on top of this championship bracket.
We've seen some great dynasties in the past. The New England Patriots. We've seen the Villanova of the past. Like, they were very incredible back in the '80s. Look at UConn women's basketball. But how did they stack up against the Southern Maid team?
I don't know, man. I think Southern Maid may be the most dominant franchise we've ever seen, at least here in the Shreveport-Bossier area. And taking home the crown of the Crayfish's March Madness Bracket Challenge. Congratulations to Southern Maid. Congratulations to the Crayfish for putting together something that was obviously an incredibly successful event that was going on here in the Shreveport-Bossier area. I mean, thousands upon thousands of shares and likes and reactions. I just want to say congratulations to those guys for handling their business, man. I mean, some really cool stuff there that's going on with the Crayfish. Again, if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, please go check it out. Congratulations to Southern Maid Donuts. And I'm going to make an early prediction. I think next year you may see Johnny's Pizza make a real push in the bracket challenge.
Yeah, Johnny's Pizza, a lot of people very surprised they did not make it in. Well, it's kind of they had a tough season going into the bracket and just really did not get the votes needed. Mm-hmm. But Southern Maid, man, I expect them to be back. They're still young. They're going to have most of their team back next year, and look for Southern Maid to compete once again next year in the Crayfish's bracket. Hey, also, happy anniversary to the Crayfish. They just turned one. Just the other day.
Happy anniversary, baby.
Yeah, I saw they created their Facebook page on 3/18. I believe the Crayfish was created on 3/17, which is St. Patrick's Day, but their anniversary is 3/18. And how Shreveport is that? 3/18.
You got to like it, man. 3/18. Gotta love it, man. And so just so happy for everything that's going on for those guys over there. It's some really fun stuff, and the Crayfish, love it. Guys, share the Crayfish's stuff, and of course, congratulations to Southern Maid, mixing it up, glazing over the tournament.
They also just hit 11,000 likes on Facebook, which is way more than the Bossier Press Tribune.
That's pretty hilarious stuff, and it continues to grow. And of course, the best satire here in Shreveport Bossier. There's no doubt about that. It's obviously quite a bit of fun, but for everybody out there, actually, this is a perfect segue because the Crayfish is jumping in. They're asking, are y'all going to Crawfest or what? And I'll turn it over to you, Joel, because I know you've got a lot of information about Crawfest. I'll let you hit that before we turn and talk about the games from last night.
That's right. Definitely going to Crawfest tomorrow, 11 a.m., Betty, Virginia Park. There's actually a 318 run, which is really cool. We're talking about Crayfish 318. There's a 318 run tomorrow, Betty, Virginia Park at 9 a.m. Then Crayfish at 11. It's going to be so much. If you're not a fan of Crawfish, don't worry. They have a lot of other food as well. There's going to be live bands. Shale takes the stage at 11. Old Whiskey Revival is going to be there at 1 o'clock. At 12:45, I'm going to be on the stage with the mic. I'm going to be your host with the hollow French toast. And actually, I'm not going to have any French toast, but we are going to have crawfish. We're going to have a kids crawfish eating contest. We're going to grab some kids from the audience, see who can eat crawfish the fastest. We're only going to give them like 5-10 crawfish, see who can peel them and eat them the fastest. But it's a lot of fun. There's going to be thousands of people. So many vendors. There's going to be art vendors. There's going to be a kids combine. There's going to be a kids fun zone. A lot going down tomorrow. It's going to be perfect weather. I believe it's going to be 74 degrees tomorrow. Perfect weather for Crawfest going down at Betty, Virginia Park. It's going to be an all-day event. A lot of bands playing. They have 4 bands taking the stage. They have the kid combine. A lot of stuff. Whisk also is going to be there. The Whisk Dessert Bar. The mobile Whisk Dessert Bar. Man, have you ever had that?
I have not. That's pretty impressive stuff. And I got a chance to take out Crawfest last year. Grant Knuckles is a friend of ours, and obviously they've done a great job kind of putting this thing together. It was highly successful last year. Glad to see that it's back once again. And I have a theory that we're going to see Crawfest, something that grows in the community, kind of like the Crayfish has done, and year after year we'll see Crawfest get bigger and better.
Yeah, Crayfish just weighed in and said, if you're not a fan of Crawfest, you need to move someplace else. Spitting the truth this morning.
Is the Crayfish also. This is the Crayfish Show now, everyone. Well, hey, anytime the Crayfish feels like joining us, we're, of course, happy to have you and trying to spread the word as much as possible. David Kendall says Crayfish sounds like a Yankee thing. I don't know about that, David. I don't know about that, my man. But obviously, Crawfest tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun. Jason Middlebrook says he's going to be on the beach in Mexico in less than 24 hours. He hates that he has to miss Crawfest, but you know what? On the beach in Mexico doesn't sound like a bad place to be headed to.
No. Hey, Jason, while you're sitting on the beach out in Mexico, I'm going to be doing some Facebook Lives tomorrow from I wanted to call it Crayfish Fest almost. from Crawfest tomorrow. Doing some Facebook Lives on Real Shreveport Music and Entertainment, covering some of the bands. Also covering this kid combine. I'm looking forward to seeing that. The NFL combine recently took place, but it's not going to be as adorable as the kids combine that's taking place tomorrow.
I got a chance to see that last year. I was actually a little bit jealous of the kids that got to compete in it because, as you know, I'm highly competitive. I wanted to get out there and start pushing little kids down, hit them with the Heisman, and win the event. But unfortunately, they said I was a little too old by about 16 years for that. So,
dude, you can do that. Do that tomorrow. Come on out.
I will be there. Yeah, Heather and I, we're going to make it out for Crawfest for a little bit tomorrow. So, again, guys, Betty, Virginia Park is the place to be tomorrow for Crawfest. Anybody and everybody that's from the Shreveport Bossier area is going to be there. Kenneth O'Brock throwing some shade at David Kendall. He says you ain't woke, Dave. Got to wake up, David.
Dude, you got to be woke, man. It's Friday. Crawfest tomorrow. We got a champion. Southern Maid champion made it through all the way #1. Gotta stay woke.
Yeah, man. So again, congratulations to Southern Maid. Congratulations to the Crayfish.